long trip home, scenic drive, take your eyes off the angry eyes. You wonder why everybody's going out of their mind, living in this world, living in this life. I see through you. I see through you. 'Cause they keep telling us one thing, it's never the right thing. Yeah, I can't trust anything, no. 'Cause you never know what the real game is. I see through you. One by, but the stars all whizzing by, and stay for a little while longer now. Let it all pass you by. Don't even know you got your common sense. Yeah, you're using it. Yeah, no matter what names they call you, you got one life you do, so you can listen. I see through you. And you're thinking you're getting what you should be getting. You're lost, you're delusional, you. 'Cause everything they say is quite the opposite of true. We say right through from outer space. Oh, crazy place, yeah, so I see through you. I see through you. I see through you. It's Tuesday. It's Mark Pires. I was walking down the road and today, it's Renaissance Man. I'm here to ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's daily variety show Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state, and I'm here with you on day 1,226 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. And we're going to get into it just like we do every single night, fam and friends. So don't go anywhere for the next 30 minutes. We will be putting on a magical show for you. We have 3 stories for you. I will be playing a piece of music for you. And then I will see you tomorrow, like we do every single day for the rest of my life. And look, 1,226 days in a row. This is the longest running daily variety show on planet Earth. So if you haven't given me a follow, haven't given me a like yet, what else do I gotta do, right? I got a Weezer back here. You can hear her, Joanne, doing it. And what's Zabrosk? Zabrosk can't wait to give us the woo. I can't wait to get it. Zabrosk, if you're here on TikTok, head over to YouTube, link in bio. Join us, 1226 in a row. We're just getting going. We're gonna have 10,000 people here live with us by June 15th. I've seen it. It's becoming a thing. We're going to go viral with all this content, 2,200 pieces of viral content that never went viral because they suppressed this show from the world. Because why? We speak truth. Why? Because we talk about what's really going on in the world. Because we're trying to lift people up in a world that's trying to divide. No, I won't allow it to happen. I'll show up every day for the rest of my life and try to lift you up into somewhat of a positive mindset. I cannot stand people pushing down in order to feel better. No, we need to lift each other up in the process, or else we can never get anywhere. This world is dying. And so I've shown up 1,226 days in a row, and I'll keep showing up. I don't care if 2 people are around with me, but we will have 10,000 people live with me June 15th. So join the show. Be a part of the longest running show on planet Earth. What are we doing? You know, what's that? Joanne, stop the wheezing. I got 5 over here on TikTok. I've got to turn that to 50,000. Guys, hit the freaking screen. We're getting to 10,000 by June 15th. It's on you. Though I'll be here doing the show, but it's going to require fam and friends on TikTok to smack that freaking screen and let others know that there's a passionate person who's been showing up for 1,226 days in a row, just trying to make the world a better place. You know, DJ, how are you, my friend? So good to see you. Thank you for smacking that screen. Guys, when you smack the screen, other people join, and then together we can make a change in this world. You know, that sounds pretty crazy, doesn't it? Make a change in this world? Well, I've been doing it for 1,226 in a row. All you gotta do is check out the content, rabbit hole my freaking page, and you'll see comedy, you'll see live songwriting, you'll see inspirational content, and it's all positive. There's enough negativity out there, guys. Drop it. Join the light. Join the positivity movement here. This is a community of love. Come over here to YouTube and join the positivity parade. We're doing it every day for the rest of my life. My friend, thank you, DJ. Guess what we're getting right now? We're getting a woo-hoo from Matt Zabroski. Zabroski, can I get a 1-2 Magoo woo-hoo? I need a 1-2 Magoo woo-hoo. Right? When you get a Magoo woo-hoo, it's better than the rest, you know? Ah, goodness. So, guys, we opened the show today with the song that's premiering at 5 p.m. on Friday. I hope you will join me for that. Every Friday at 5 p.m. we will have a brand new song premiere. So just make sure you put that in your calendar, that there's a premiere on my YouTube page of a brand new song. And they're all written live right here in the moment. All you have to do is ask me, Mark, can you write me a song about? And I will. I will give it a shot. Every day we seem to come up with some crazy stuff. Like I'll just pop a few things. We did that just the other day. Oh, this one I did for my daughter is the second request in a week. Splish splash waves. Splish splash waves. That's gonna be a summer tune. We rocked on that. This is hot right here. Getting down, yes. Tuesday night, the lights are shining down on the stage. The ballet dancers do pirouettes sits on the edge of their seats. Oh, back to reality. It's like a COVID, a memory. People getting back to a recent history. Yeah, getting out with friends, going out, getting drinks. Yeah. Man, we're just creating some crazy stuff. So it's all on my YouTube page. Join the show, 30 minutes a day. And it's called 30 Minute Mark, part of the Renaissance Man Show Collaborative. And sometimes we do a little longer, you know. Just make sure you're here because you never know. But it's going to be 30. So it's not going to be like, oh, I can't get there to see the whole thing. You can see 30, right? Joanne, what do we got in the news today? Joanne, back there wheezing, not doing the work. You know, we need work done in order for me to do the show. You want me to do news story without having it on there? Oh, my goodness. DJ said, can I write a song about Sleepy Joe falling asleep? My friend, I've already written that one many times. You should go over to the YouTube page. There's loads of songs about that Foolio, about Fauci, about Bill Gates. I did a couple of raps with them, which was a lot of fun. But now we're trying to stay away from the politics, at least on YouTube. I realize that YouTube and all these channels, I mean, they've literally suppressed my show for 3+ years. So now we need we are going to have 10,000 people live with me the next month. So it's all on you guys. You need to spread the word and remember that it's going to happen. So one of the pieces of content I'm going to put out in the next couple of weeks is just going to go freaking crazy viral, and people will finally find the 2,200 pieces of content that have been released over the last 3 years and the 1,226 days in a row of the show. And it's all the moment. There is no script, never has been a script. I show up here and I let this moment take me someplace. If it's a song, if it's a piece of comedy, whatever it is, we're going to do it. Right now, we're doing the news. Joanne, what do we got? Joanne, I just gave you a freaking warning. You're back there doing a weezeroo. All right, can I just, I guess I'll have to do it myself, Joanne. Thanks for nothing. You know, it's like sometimes you get Joanne and then she just does nothing for you. And then you're like, why do I have a Joanne when she's just a Wheezy McGee? You know, it just doesn't make any sense at all. So we might as well start with the first story of the day, right, Joanne? She's no help. She's just wheezing. You can hear her. It's just kind of sad, to be honest. Can I see, why is this not working, Joanne? Joanne, can you tell me why this isn't working? Like, what are you doing here for me? Found it. Thanks for coming out, Joanne. Thanks for all your help. I know that was all you in the background. Where did Mark go? Right here, Joanne. I just came back. Guys, if you YouTube it, you're going to see me on green screen. And you'll be like, what's the green screen for? You'll see. I got a freaking background. Got the news story behind me. You want to see the news I'm about to read? It's right over my shoulder. It's here. I got to move this guitar. It's just annoying to see that in the background. I can't deal with it while I'm doing the story. And what is the deal with the dark backdrop here, Joanne? You can't give me a proper setup. Just wheezy. You're wheezing. You're opening and closing that file cabinet. I'm trying to do a story. 3 stories to be exact. It's 13 minutes into the 30-minute show, Joanne, and you're wheezing, taking up my time, destroying the show, as per usual. So, Joanne, can you do a teleprompter and help me along on this one? Joanne. She said if I stop calling her Wheezy McGee. How am I supposed to stop calling you by your nickname? Just doesn't make any sense. Like, you can't stop calling you your nickname. That's self-proclaimed, Joanne. Cryptocurrencies are collapsing, Joanne. Here's how much $1,000 would be worth today if you had invested earlier. Let's get into it, Joanne. The crypto crash of the past few days slowed down some of Tuesday, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and more continued to post losses in early trading. Bitcoin and Ethereum are now at their lowest level since July 2021, and both are trading for less than half of what they were worth last November. There's plenty of bad news for anyone investing in crypto markets, but it's especially bad for people who jumped in at its peak. We got curious about exactly how bad returns on various crypto investments at various times in the past few years might be. For a wider picture, we looked at a few prices for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Joanne stopped adding different letters in that aren't there, Terra, Dogecoin, and Shiba Inu. Joanne, do they have anything in there for BB Poo Poo? You know, that's my crypto coin. The Wolf of Crypto. It is a feature film on YouTube. You can go and you can watch it for free and just type in The Wolf of Crypto and scroll down about 4 or 5 videos and you'll find it. Joanne, the coffee tastes good today. Thanks for asking. So here's we go. Here's the grim and often not so grim picture. All prices are as of 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday. As you'd expect, long-term investors are still positive, even with the latest round of volatility. Here's what $1,000 would be worth today for cryptos that were around at that time. This is June 12th, 2017. Bitcoin was $11,922. Ethereum was $6,060 back then. I didn't realize that. Solana wasn't available. In 2018, the first cryptocurrency rush was underway. Ethereum hit a high of $1,405 and Bitcoin hit $11,296. Had you put in $1,000 at that peak, here's what the investment would be worth today. You could see it on the screen, $2,806 for Bitcoin and $1,718 for Ethereum. After a turbulent 2018, crypto markets began to climb again. Ethereum saw slow and steady growth to $301.40, and Bitcoin neared $12,000. Meanwhile, Dogecoin made its way onto markets. Though no one was paying it any attention at the time, Joanne. What's that? No, Joanne, I wasn't speaking. I was just telling you that no one was paying any attention to Dogecoin at the time until Elon Musk came along. Those that did, though, are still winning big league. Bitcoin, 2,600, $8,000 for Ethereum. That's 2018. So Ethereum's been the weird one. It went from, what was this? Let me see. 6,000 to 1,700 to 8,000 to 18,000. Bitcoin went, and hold on, Joanne. We're here doing a story on Bitcoin on all the, this is insane. Oh, I see. This is what your $1,000 would have been worth. You see, that's what happens, Joanne, when you don't read a story properly. I said you. When you don't read it properly, because you're the one who's doing the telepromptering. So if you put $1,000 in March 20th or March 2020, Bitcoin would be worth $6,521 today, and Ethereum would be worth $18,000. Dogecoin would be worth $63,000. Are you kidding me? Why didn't I put $1,000 in? You know, Joanne, I put it into BB Poo Poo. Investors were hot on crypto and prices were beginning to their ascent to the moon. Bitcoin hit, Joanne, BB Poo Poo went through the moon, if you recall. Peter Bishop. Bitcoin hit 49,698 in May of 2021, and Ethereum was selling for 3,720. Dogecoin was up to 43 cents, and a new meme coin called Shiba Inu was just hitting the market. And many investors, though, this is when the $1,000 investment began to look less wise. Here's what it would be worth today. Wow. So $1,000 on May 23rd, 2021 has a Bitcoin at 637, Ethereum at 649. Solana went up. That's the only thing that would have gone up. Dogecoin's down from 1,000 to 267, and Shiba Inu's down from 1,000 to 809. So let's see this. They say from March. All right, now we have November 9th to January 1st. So 5 months ago. I'm just going to skip through here. Let's see. Bitcoin was, look at this, guys. This is no good. Everything's down. Let's see still. Everything's down. And everything's down. So your $1,000 would be worth garbage if you were in any time after May 21st of 2021. May 23rd of 2021. just keep that in mind. And I will be the first to say I did not get into crypto at all until after May 23rd, 2021. So I personally, I didn't put a lot in at all, but my 1,000 is probably worth 600, 400, 500, 200, 300. I don't even know. I don't even look. I put it in there a while back. I was like, I'm not even looking because it's not good. I know it's not good. So guys, what do we have left? Joanne, what's new? What else? What's in this? You're back there. You're not doing anything to help the show. Joanne, it looks like the stock market is freaking out because of the end of the free money thing that they've been doing. This the the Federal Exchange, which has nothing to do with America. Just so you know, when you're dealing with the Federal Reserve, it's a private organizazione. Just want you to know that, Joanne. I'm sure your father, George Soros, is a part of the board. The stock market is freaking out because of the end of free money. It all has to do with something called the Fed put. Let's see what this chooch has to say. If you notice some turbulence in the stock market recently, Joanne, we were just talking about the turbulence in the stock market. Good timing. It took a while to sink in after last week, but investors had a full freakout Friday through Monday when they realized just how serious the Federal Reserve is about fighting inflation. As a result, stocks have posted their worst start to the year since 1939. The S&P 500 falling over 16%. What changed? In short, last week was the end of the free money era of central banking. Since the beginning of the pandemic, the Fed had supported markets with ultra-accommodative monetary policy in the form of near-zero interest rates and quantitative easing. Joanne, quantitative easing. Say it correctly. Stocks thrived under these loose monetary policies as long as the new central bank was injecting liquidity into the economy as an emergency lending measure, Joanne. The safety net was laid out for investors chasing all kinds of risk assets. But starting in March, when the Fed raised its benchmark interest rates for the first time since 2018 to tackle inflation, that all changed. The move, which is followed by another half-point rate hike on Wednesday, signaled the end of the free money era. Markets are now experiencing what Wall Street watchers call a regime change, and understanding how far stocks might fall as a result requires, Joanne, understanding how markets price in a lack of Fed support moving forward. Joanne, bottom line, we're dealing with some serious bad times, it sounds like. Stretching back to the great financial crisis of 2008, the Fed had kept the cost of borrowing low, allowing consumers to invest in homes, cars, and their education without the burden of high interest payments. This made sense when inflation and wage growth were low, as consumer spending needed encouragement from wherever possible. Now, though, with unemployment rates near pre-pandemic lows and inflation surging beyond even historically high wages, the central bank has shifted tactics. Joanne, what I'm really upset about here is that this all could have been averted if they didn't, release this thing on the world and pretend it was a lot worse than it was. And all of a sudden, they're like, they go back to normal, although it's everywhere still. Like, come on. This is a bunch of horse crap. It was all about destroying the world from the beginning. This one, Joanne, we're going to get into real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on it. This is a very, very hot topic. I'm just going to talk about this quickly. Why Stephen Curry's mom, Sonia, told NBA Sun she considered aborting him. It's not a fairy tale out here. Let's see what this is about. There's his mother and Sonia and his Stephen Curry, one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball. NBA mother Sonia Curry reveals she terminated a pregnancy in her new book, Fierce Love. In a podcast interview with Jameel Hill on Jameel Hill's Unbothered, Sonia Curry, 55, discussed her new memoir and the teachable moments from her life. Curry, 55, discussed her new memoir and Joanne, I just read that freaking line. Stop doing a bad teleprompter job. She shared with her kids in the book, she revealed that she had an abortion prior to having 3 children and also contemplated another. I was dating, the older guy I was in high school, leading into college and making a decision about terminating a pregnancy, she said, referring to these moments in the most emotional parts of her book for her. Telling these stories, just reliving these feelings that I kind of suppressed and pushed down for a long time. You wonder, it messed them up at some point. Sonia shares 3 children with ex-husband, former NBA player Dell Curry, Stephen Curry, who plays for the Golden State Warriors, Seth Curry, who plays for the Brooklyn Nets, and daughter Seidel Curry. The book features vulnerable moments from her life before and after becoming an NBA wife and mother, many of which she had carefully protected from the public eye since she was in her 20s. My biggest fear is protecting the purpose of the book and not letting the world take it and create their own narrative. Now I'm putting myself in that position for people to have a say and opinion when I've worked for some 30 years for them not to know. For them not to, Joanne. She's always adding words. While our children were not privy to all the details of her life pre-marriage, Sonia recalled divulging her experience dating an older man in high school to her youngest daughter, Seidel, to help her understand why she was so protective. They didn't know the details of it. They know that I had a boyfriend. It was just something I didn't really think to share with them, except for now that I'm thinking about it. When Seidel was going through her situation, and it was just like, I gotta tell her. I gotta tell her why I'm being this way, she said. She's different than I am. She's a different person, but I want to be protective. In the book, she also shares that she contemplated an abortion again when she got pregnant with her oldest son, Stephen Curry. In an interview, she revealed that she actually shared this information with him in hopes of showing how layered and real lives were, even with all the afforded luxuries that come with being the children of a professional athlete. Yes, I shared it with him. One of the things that, raising our kids, Dell and I had decided that there were some things we could tell them. We didn't hide a lot about our relationship as much because we always wanted to use situations as teaching opportunities so that they could understand it in developmental stages that they were at. But just to also not hide things, she said the importance of transparency when raising children in the limelight. I just think sometimes as parents, we think we got to hide things, and children wanted to know that we're real and it's not a fairy tale out here. When you have all that we have and you're in the arenas that we're in, it's kind of hard for them not to think they're in utopia. So we tried to deliberately share some things with them, she said. That's some pretty serious information right there, guys. And all I could say is, thank goodness she didn't make that decision. But I also want to say the teaching moment there is some people are making that decision because they feel like, oh, it's easy. Look, I can go do this. And it's free. It's cheap. Or it's I don't have to think about it once I go. But you could be theoretically terminating the next Stephen Curry, the next Michael Jordan, the greatest player to ever exist, the baseball player, whatever, or just somebody who could change the world. And you're not allowing that person to exist. I strongly believe that there should be a company created. I would love to figure out if this is even legal, where you're able to sell your child. Look, okay, I don't want the kid, and you basically just, you sell your kid, make like $100K. I'm sure somebody out there would pay you $100K for your kid, $50K, whatever. Anything would be better than you terminating that child. And so basically, I just suggest, next time before you're like, I'm going to just head down to Planned Parenthood, maybe you should consider, what about bringing this thing into existence and then allowing another family who'd really love to have a child and just can't, to take this child and bring it into the world and perhaps allow that child to become something special for this planet. Every soul has a purpose. Don't exterminate a soul when they haven't even had a chance to do what they're meant to do. We're all here, I believe, with one goal. It's to leave the world a better place than we found it. And we found it in an okay state in the 80s or 70s when I was born, late 70s, early 80s, when everybody's, 90s, the wars. We had a couple wars. But right now we're dealing with the collapse of the markets. We're dealing with the war that is going on in Ukraine. We have a president who's got some serious ties to Ukraine with his son. And it seems to me like they're trying to destroy the dollar. And I still believe in 20 years, 30 years, what I believe I've been saying is going to be the truth. That the cryptos were created the original Bitcoin, created by a government, created by governments, created by somebody who intentionally wanted the people to believe that they created it. And so they allowed it to be like, oh, who the hell is this Satoshi guy? What's this? What's that? It was a freaking government. They created it, and then they let it out there. And then all of a sudden, oh, look, we have our own currency. Oh, really? Let's usher in digital currency. Well, people will never allow that to happen. Okay, well, let's allow it. Let's let them believe that it's their idea. And where are we? Oh, we created this thing that's decentralized. Is it? I don't know. But the point is it all just a freaking head fake? Created by the man. Created by the Rothschilds. Created by the elite of the planet just saying, look, the only way that we can usher in the new world order of things is to dilute the dollar. It's to destroy the economy. It's to destroy society. It's to feed people with misinformation left and right. It's to take the two parties and have them collide and crash and get people to hate each other over indifference. And the reality is we're all different. So why the freak should we have a problem with being indifferent about things? We are different. We are unique. I don't want anybody to tell me, oh, you know what? I say the same things that you say. No, I don't believe anybody speaks the way I and says that. I want everybody to speak the way they speak. I want them to allow the words to come out of their mouth and out of their heart the way that it's meant to come out. But this concept of destruction from all sides seems like it's in the news. It's the economy. It's these bubbles left and right. I'm a real estate agent, and I'm seeing some craziness. I'm really hoping to sell a bunch of properties before things go crazy here, you know? I just don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. I'm going to throw on the screen here, guys, just so you know, my link tree. This is the best way to capture and see all of my content. Go to the music, Spotify, and also you could donate to the show. You could donate crypto. You could donate on Venmo. You could donate on PayPal. I believe all those links are there on the link tree. And I think that with what's happening in the world, I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous about what's happening in this world. And I'm in a way, the reason why I know we are going to have 10,000 people live by June 15th and that something's going to explode here in the next month. I know it's going to happen, and we're going to, from there, just continue to grow. It starts at 10,000, and then from there, it just goes freaking nuts. And guys, it is an overnight thing, just so you know. Like, yeah, we've been here 1,226 days in a row, but 10,000 people will be live with me in less than a month, and we grow from there. Because the reality is I have put in the work, and I've been showing up in order to see the world a better place. And now when the world is dying is the time for this show to emerge into the world and for everybody to access the positivity that we provide on a daily basis. You plug in your phone in the wall to get that phone to charge itself. This show charges your soul. You do not need to go anywhere else in order to find love and light, but you need to find it. You need to know it exists. And this is why we've driven for 12.26 in a row and we'll never stop. Every day, the rest of my life, I'm going to show up for you. 30-minute mark. We'll put on a show. We'll get into a few songs. We're going to create something in the moment, and we're going to get away from it all. That is the only way that we could find our happiness. Remember, the goal in this existence is happiness. It's finding a way to enjoy it. I think I see my brother Curtis on. Yes, my brother Curtis Ray. Oh, buddy, I cannot wait, Curtis. I wrote a song called 10,000 People Joining. I think it's 10,000 People Join Me. And it's just about a day after you came on. And I've been just speaking it every single day. And I've been throughout the day just like, and I don't know how, I just know it's going to happen. And I've been seeing it since day one of the show. That's why I never quit. And that's why I continue to show up. And even when I look down and see 6 people, I'm like, it doesn't matter because it's going to be 60,000 before you know it. And I know people always say you got to put the work in order to succeed. You need to put your time in order to get somewhere. I mean, I've got a quote I've lived by, I continue to live by, which is time plus effort equals result. You can't get anywhere without putting the time in. You can't get anywhere without continuing the effort at the highest level possible until the result occurs. But time is the one variable you have no control over. It could be 5 days, it could be 100 days, or it could be 1,226 days in a row, or it could be 3,000 days in a row until 50,000 people are joining you and feeling the love you have to offer. The reality is you could either quit or you can say, I'm going to keep going. I just don't quit. Remember, the only difference between me and my physical heart is I will never quit. Yeah, my physical heart will. I get that. I get one day I just won't be able to be here anymore. But until then, I'm going to show up. I'm going to give you guys everything I got and hope that we can find a little bit of peace and happiness together. Some laughter. And most importantly, a community that wants to lift each other up, not push each other down. So, till tomorrow when we do it all over again, friends. Let me say goodnight to you. If you're here on the tuber, make sure you say goodnight or forever hold your peace. Tomorrow, we are rocking and rolling all over again. Dropping content like a mofo here. Please do me a favor. Rabbit hole the TikTok page. Rabbit hole the YouTube page. I see my brother Brian on over here. Oh, goodness, guys. And tomorrow I'll be back on my listing doing more stuff there. I got a drone footage and the photographer is coming at 3 o'clock. So I'm probably going to be shooting a bunch of stuff with the photographer as long as he's okay with that. I'm assuming he'll allow me to film him while he's shooting. And we'll do some TikToks there. So make sure you join me tomorrow. And I'll be back tomorrow night. Don't forget. Hyper, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. So make sure. I think what's tomorrow? Let me see this. Tomorrow, Wednesday. I have a piece of content I want to drop for you guys. It's a piece of comedy from the other day with Joanne that is just freaking crazy. So I may get that going for you tomorrow. Keep your eye out on the channel. I'll try to hit you with a reminder. And Telegram it, guys. If you haven't yet, here's my... Oh, everything's in the link tree. I gave you the link tree. Here it is one more time. Hit my Telegram up, guys. Give us a sub over there because that is a place where we actually connect every single day. And you can send notes there and also be notified whenever I'm live or a new piece of content's being released. Shorts, TikTok, etc. So, link tree. So everything is here on under my picture on TikTok and also in my description on all of these social sites we're on right now. So, fam and friends, until tomorrow, you got to go away. You gotta go away. This is on Spotify, by the way, guys. It's a ghost song I wrote. 170 songs. And don't forget, you can buy my albums and assign them and send them out to you. Like us all, they're on my website, markpires.com. New album comes out in about a week. Till tomorrow, fam and friends. It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. You got to go.